Welcome to Autzen Stadium in Eugene. And everybody has been waiting on this one. Number 1 against number 2. It's the Texas Longhorns and the Oregon Ducks. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's say hello to our friend Holly Rowe on the sideline.
When you talk about decibels, making it hard to play for the opponents, the first stadium you've got to think about is Autzen Stadium in Eugene, Oregon. This is one of the most acoustically challenging places for opponents to step onto the field. The loud and the proud, the Ducks make noise whenever opponents come to town. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. The Ducks headed for the ball, and we're ready for action. On the run from inside his own 5. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Here's Brown to begin the drive. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Here's Manning to throw. Snagged in the middle. It's Wingo. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
So already they've hit a speed bump on this opening drive. It's 3rd and 8. Manning from the gun on 3rd down. And they're not on the same page there.
That is exactly how you set a tone when you're on defense, and especially when you're at home. If you can get them and force them into a punt early, keep that crowd going and involved, man, is it fun to play defense.
He's got great speed. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Bunch formation for these receivers. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. Big picture, guys, this certainly isn't an all-or-nothing game. Long season ahead. But how much fun is it to have a top-5 clash like this one early?
It's so much fun, and you don't have to be a fan of just these 2 top-5 teams. If you're a fan of college football, you're honing in on this game because you're going to learn a lot here, David.
Yeah, and the fans are going to be like, overrated. This is why the preseason polls stink. We get a chance to prove ourselves with some of these teams that hasn't done a lot on the resume yet. Now, today is a resume builder.
Fires to the big fella. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's 1st down.
Man, it's nice having a QB that is going to hang in there. You could tell, hanging in there, he knows he's going to get hit, right? If I'm going to get hit, I might as well make a completion. Great job hanging in there, throwing the football on target and getting the completion.
Leaves it with the back. Shakes off the defender.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on 1st down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on 1st down. It's 2nd and 3. Might be calling a hot route. Moore. Oh, they're after him. He is lucky to get that one back, and the last thing you want is to turn it over on your opening drive.
Great coverage, great break on the ball. Had a chance to really make a big play and maybe even take that thing back to the house. But you got to secure the catch. We like to hit people more than we like to catch balls.
Already in chip shot field goal range at the 21, but this 3rd and short, they're still thinking touchdown. He was fighting his way toward those sticks, but they'll stop him a couple of yards short. And the Ducks will go for it on 4th down. They'll send the back in motion. Moore to throw for it on 4th down. Finds him out of the backfield. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the 1st down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
Well, there's the advantage of having versatility at the running back position. On 4th down, everybody in the stadium is expecting if you throw it, it's probably going to a receiver at tight end. But because of his ability to catch the football, he makes a huge play for this offense and keeps the drive alive.
They get him on the ground, but not before he drives it to the 10-yard line. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Here's Moore to throw. He's moving out of the pocket. Oh, man, he almost picked that one off in the end zone. Instead, it'll be 3rd down.
And that is absolutely not a surprise. Great job by the defense. And what did they do? They doubled him. Palmer, you got a #1 receiver out wide that we know they're going to force feed. How do you take it away? How do you send those double teams? What kind of coverages do you mix up? But a lot of attention early on that young man.
Yeah, and I think for the quarterback, David, that's one you've just got to give that one to the defense and say, good call. You doubled my best receiver. I got to go somewhere else with the football. And you're going to get opportunities to throw this guy the ball. He's one of the best in the entire country. You just got to be a little bit more selective and find those one-on-one matchups.
And this offense, I don't think this is going to be a surprise. I think the offense is going to stay on the field. You've already seen it once on this drive, and they've already been successful. You know how hard it is to defend when there's an extra down, and they do it over and over again? So I think this offense will continue to stay aggressive like they were in the last 4th down.
On the direct snap, it's Bear. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks! You thought it was noisy when the Duck rolled out on that motorcycle? Decibels through the roof in the House of Loud.
And what a great job getting this crowd going early. This is not one of the biggest crowds in the country, but Alson Stadium is one of the loudest places you will ever be in, and they love their Ducks.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. So that drive didn't have to cover a lot of ground, going 47 yards. And what a way to finish it with a 9-yard touchdown run. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Here's Arts to throw. Unloads to the right. The short hands. It's Wingo. They finally get to him. But what a play there to pick up the 1st down. Time has expired here in the quarter, and Oregon has the lead. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the 2nd period. So 1st down here as they go back to work. Dropping back, it's Manning. Under fire. Blasted as he lets it go. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it. A top two battle like this, so early in the season, an opportunity here to make a big statement.
No question about it. You know there's so many ramifications with the college football playoff and the Heisman Trophy in this game, even though, David, this is early in the year.
They're early, but head-to-head will matter down the road. Obviously, two huge programs trying to start their season off with a big win to boost their playoff case.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
The power of Autzen Stadium on full display. The house of loud is deafening on this third down. The Ducks signal for their first timeout. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Now facing a 3rd and long. Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. Open space at the 25. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play.
Really nice decision by the quarterback. 3rd and long, and nothing was open deep down the field. So he's able to check it down and get it to a pretty athletic guy who shows you what they can do with the ball after the catch. He finds a few blocks, he uses his speed, and that turns into be a huge gain for the offense.
Right on the money. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
This offense can get a lot of yards, and it doesn't take a lot of plays. You've seen that here. They have speed, speed, and speed. It kills you. And if guys get a little bit of space, they just gobble up yards. They've had the defense completely on their heels, and now they're all the way backed up against their own goal line.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, 2nd down coming.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Going to work in the air, it's Manning. Going for 6. And it's a touchdown, but hold on just a second. We'll have to see what the flag's about. Maybe a momentary scare for that offense when they saw the flag. It's on, the defense declined, and the touchdown stands. Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And they add the extra point to finish the drive. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And they finish it off by connecting from 10 yards out. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Quick handoff. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
And the defense was locked in. You could tell they saw it. They reacted right away. Got the running back on the ground immediately.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Wide receiver comes in motion. Making side adjustments here. Right back to it. Shot. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Oh, the fumble, and the defense got it. He's loose.
As a defender, you love the big hits. And you know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you get the big hit and force the fumble.
They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Turning it on. Makes it past the marker. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Texas!
And that's a big problem for this defense. When you get that guy in space, it's hard to catch him. You got to bottle him up near the line of scrimmage. Palmer, too much daylight too early in that run.
Yeah, you're right, David. And I think that's what makes this guy unique. With his skill sets, you just know it's a matter of time. You just keep giving him the football. Good things are going to happen. Long touchdowns are going to happen. And you saw it right there.
Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Handoff from the gun. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. The Ducks will hustle to the line.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they've built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
He's going to take off. Still on his feet at the 35. A big gain as he goes out of bounds on the last play before the 2-minute timeout. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Looking for a physical attack from him. It's a fumble on the play. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
I love those smashes where you can hear it up here, Reese. Goodness gracious, you can hear the contact. Such a big lick. The offensive guy doesn't hold on to the football. Huge momentum swing. Big turnover forced by the defense.
Plenty of time to work. Not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Arch is going to throw for it. The quick out.
Yeah, when you get that man coverage, most people are taught to have inside leverage. So that out route's there if your QB can put some air on it and throw it outside of the guy. But tight coverage, but a really nice throw on that out route.
And the Longhorns can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Now the Longhorns will call the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Got it, looking for a first. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks.
So difficult because my eyes tell me as a defensive guy, he's handing it off. The offensive line's block and run. I got to go get it. Quarterback pulls it, throws it to the right. It's kind of like that hidden hat game. Like, where's the ball? I'm always trying to find that daggone thing.
Here comes the option. He'll toss it. Here's a little room there. And he's knocked down, but not before he picks up enough for the first down.
Well, this is an offense that has a lot of speed, and they have different guys they would love to get the football to in space, and they can find a lot of different ways to do that. I love the idea of going option here and trusting your quarterback to make the right read. If no one accounts for the pitch, man, he's going to get it to the outside. And you see the speed on the perimeter. Really clever play call that time by the O coordinator.
Got his man downfield. Touchdown, Longhorns! A great catch and run for 6.
And how big is that for this offense? Put a nice drive together, get the touchdown, add to this lead already. Everything right now, Palmer, going their way.
Yeah, that was as good a 2-minute type situation as you could have offensively. And, David, they've got so many weapons on this offense. They practice these situations all the time, and they put it to work here at the end of the first half.
Wow.
Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Moore. The sure hands. It's Johnson. They corral him out of bounds. Mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going. Wide receiver going in motion. Wants to adjust the pattern. Moore to the air. Fires to the wideout. And the defense making a play, getting a hand on that pass.
And those corner routes, those quarterbacks need to throw the ball with some air and put it towards the sideline, away from the defender. You could tell a little bit maybe underthrown. The defender doing a good job sticking with the play, getting his hand on the football, and getting the deflection.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. He's got him. He gets it out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46. The Ducks racing to the line in the hurry-up. Again, it's Moore. Unloads to the wideout. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
And I like the aggressiveness on 3rd and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's 4th and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
A couple of yards short of the first down in your own territory, but they are going to go for it on 4th. 4th down, Moore. Converts on 4th down. Still going. Bounced out of bounds at the 43-yard line. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it on their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Dante Moore wants to throw again. It's picked off. Don't see that very often from this Heisman Trophy candidate. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
And this offense just can't get out of their own way. 3 possessions, 3 turnovers. Jesse, you have to take better care of the football. They're turning this thing over like they're a nonprofit.
Yeah, this thing goes back to football 101 now. 5 points of pressure. Everybody who touches the football. Forget about X's and O's in schemes and personnel groupings. You just have to do the fundamental things correctly, and it is killing them in this game.
Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connors.
Fellas, welcome in to our EA Sports Studios here in Orlando, the Week 2 edition of our College Football Update Show. We start with a look at Utah, taking on the number 16 team, the TCU Horned Frogs.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Oregon offense is on the field to get this drive going. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive. Just like they do at the start of the game, they've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring drive.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here will be huge.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Johnson. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Last completion moves the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Throwing more. Pocket breaking down. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be second down.
It's a smart decision by the quarterback, but it's a frustrating one also because you're trailing in this game and you know you've got to hit some of these throws to get back in it. But the defense is doing such a good job in coverage. Nobody's open, so you've got to throw that one away. Smart decision, but it's a tough decision to make.
And we talked about this guy coming into the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hand, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it early, and he's getting some chunk yardage. This defense, they knew about him, but now they're finding out about him.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45.
I know it hasn't been the type game statistically this running back was hoping to have up to this point. He's been getting shut down. Finally, he's able to break through for a big one. And sometimes, you know, it just takes one. It takes one run like that to get his confidence back, to get the offensive line's confidence back. Let's see what happens with this offense now moving forward.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Quarterback moving out of the pocket. It'll be incomplete. Tried to extend the play, but just couldn't find anybody open.
And you want consistency from your quarterback, man. You don't want the up and down. You don't want the roller coaster. And last week, man, you had the highs of highs. And now this week, just off. He's all over the place. He's not completing the ball at a high percentage. And you just want to find some middle ground and some consistency so this offense can find out exactly who they are and build it consistently.
From the gun on 3rd down, Dante Moore. Finds a man on the left. Touchdown, Ducks! He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch it.
And, man, that is exactly what you wanted to see from this offense to start the 3rd quarter. Like, the passing game, it just wasn't in sync. It wasn't where it needs to be. You dug yourself a little bit of hole, Palmer, but coming out like this, throwing, trusting your quarterback, putting a drive together, that's got to be a good sign.
And this is where the coaching staff really makes their money. When you can go in at halftime and switch things up and make the changes you need to make to your game plan to find that rhythm and get it established. That is such a great way, you're right, to start this thing. And after this offense is about keeping it going and trying to stay one step ahead of the defense.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So now the Longhorns take over, and they'll send out the offense. So after watching their defense immediately give up a touchdown drive here in the 3rd quarter, they'll try to answer here.
Well, they're trying to get the big fella the football in the passing game, but they haven't been able to do that yet. He is a really nice target with his size and his athleticism, but him and the QB, they just don't seem to be on the same page right now.
Manning escapes the pressure going right. Throwing on the run. And they couldn't connect on the deep shot. let's see if things get worse. There's a flag on the field. Which way is this going to go? So he just lost track of where the line of scrimmage was. The illegal forward pass will wave off the play. Penalty will be accepted. This third down a little longer after that penalty. Manning from the gun on third down. And they'll miss the connection here on third down.
This game just feels so different than it did in the first half. After that incompletion, now setting up fourth down, they only have a one-possession lead. Things were looking so much better earlier in the game. They're going to have to get it together throwing the football if they want to win this game.
They're field this one in tight quarters. They stop him immediately, flying down the field and get to him before he can even get started. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
Things just not going as easy for this guy as they did his last game out. Last time he completed over 70% of his throws. This week, though, defense taking some throws away. They've made some plays. He just hasn't been quite spot on with his accuracy. He's going to have to play better.
Quarterback making checks. Dante Moore. Throws to the wideout. Makes the grab. It's Stewart. He'll step out of bounds right at the 44. A big-time pickup on that one. It's not just a dual threat guy. You go back to Dan Fouts or Bill Musgrave or even Justin Herbert, and passers not in short supply for the Ducks.
And when you think about the Ducks, you always think about the fancy uniforms. I think that's one of the first things that come to mind, but the guys you just named, it's been built on flash, but it's also been built on substance. Great players in their tradition, in their history, and just like now, just in the recent history, Bo Nix, another one of those guys that's put up big numbers.
Moore will throw. He lobs one high down the left side. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Motion from the wideout. Moore from the gun, trying to convert third down. He's not afraid to go deep. He's got it down the field. He stopped just short of the goal line at the one. An explosive play has him set up. Quarterback keeps it. Touchdown, Oregon! And they take it in for 6 more points. Extra point here will tie the game. And they did make the extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the third. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Brown. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. To throw, Manning. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Got room on the return. Touchdown, Ducks. Took it all the way back to the house.
And that is a critical error by the quarterback at a critical juncture of the game, right, David? This thing's already close, and it's the smallest mistake that could make the difference. That pick 6 certainly hurts his team, but there's a lot of football left, a lot of time left. You've got to be resilient as a quarterback. You have to be able to turn the page and get back out and attack with confidence.
You made a mistake. Yeah, exactly right. We got to flush this. We got to move on. Obviously, the crowd goes nuts. The fans are all into it. The other side's energized. Now you got to go get your head together. Go watch the clip, see what happened. What did I do wrong? You got to get out there and go fix it because you still got a chance to win this ball game.
Gotta make a fucking play, Corey.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Got the quick completion. Really short gain on that one. Defense all over it.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes, you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receiver somewhere to go with it. It's hard to run that against press coverage, and they only picked up a few yards there.
That's the end of the period, and Oregon has the lead. We take a moment to look at the stats and what has been a tight ball game. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth-quarter finish. And a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Throwing Manning. Lets it fly.
Let's go.
And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
The offense has got to find something here in the 4th quarter. You can tell pressing a little bit. They need that big play. They want that big play to try to make this game a better ball game. Took the shot. Unsuccessful, but I wouldn't be surprised if they take some more of those.
Bringing the heat. Makes the grab. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. They've got a first down here. What a start it's been to this season. We've got a great game here. Close ball game, 4th quarter. Couldn't ask for anything more. A give to Brown.
But I don't
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense there, allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Arch Madness. Here's a heat. Got his man on the right. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. Manning trying to quiet this crowd. It's caught.
Well, if you're trying to throw these curl routes against zone coverage, you got to have great timing. Nice job there by the quarterback, understanding where he wanted to go with it, but also the conviction. Did you see the arm talent on that throw?
Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Rushes on him. Quickly out to the tight end. Breaks into the open. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels.
Will, you're trailing into games. Someone's got to make a play. There's an accurate throw by the quarterback, and when you throw it accurately like that, you give your receiver an opportunity to advance the ball. Good, strong running. He's able to break a tackle, and that's an explosive play they need now as they're trying to tie this game up.
Pulls and throws off the RPO. Touchdown, Texas! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. The Longhorns with a huge score to answer. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different, bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Here comes the Duck offense to get the drive started. Tie game, 4th quarter, plenty of time to work with, exactly where you want to be in this one. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And you could tell that play went nowhere from the start.
It was definitely a great play by that defender.
Oh, yeah, he got in the backfield so quick, the running back had absolutely no chance.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Quarterback making adjustments. Here's more to throw. Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be 3rd down.
And I'm kind of surprised by this performance, man. The QB last week, you could tell, dude, he was in rhythm. He was good timing. You could tell the chemistry with receivers were good. And today, everything just looks off. And it looks hard. It looks difficult. They got to find a way to get back in the rhythm they were in last week.
What a big play this one could be. Tight game, getting late, 3rd and long coming up. Got enough for the first. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line.
As a defense, when you're trying to stop the run, it's really as simple as just doing your job. You have to have gap integrity up front. DBs need to come downhill and fill, and the defense wasn't able to get it done.
Nothing doing on that play, and the clock will stop for the 2-minute timeout. The clock has stopped, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Moore. Looking down the middle. Already find a hole in that secondary. Hits him with a stiff arm. Touchdown, Ducks. And they've moved out front here in the 4th. The Ducks were the answer.
What a great game, tied late in the ballgame. Who's going to make the big play? They come up with it late, take the lead. Nice execution. It's hard to execute in these moments. People get tight. The score is tied late in the game. I don't want to mess up, but this offense doesn't worry about messing up. They put the ball in the end zone and take the lead.
The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Here's Manning to throw. They're working that left side. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there.
And I think the defense doing a really good job of understanding this is late in the game. It matters. Taking away the sidelines, taking away the middle of the field, making him kind of check the football down, go through his progressions, and make that clock tick.
After the 4-yard completion on first down, now it's 2nd and 6. Back to throw, it's Manning. Finds a man in the middle. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Running inside, it's Brown. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
In a situation like this, it's all about confidence on offense, and having success early in the drive is paramount. And that's what you've seen. They've done a really good job here putting a few plays together. They've got some momentum. They've got to keep this thing up if they're going to go score.
Complete to the right. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running.
Man, and we have seen it in this game, even though his team is losing. This guy, time and time again, has been answering the bell. He's been throwing dimes all game long, and he comes up with another big completion there.
And defensively, I'm going to continue to think pass. They've trusted him all game long. He hasn't let them down. I'm playing for the pass. I'll react to everything else.
So now it's 2nd and long. Here's Arts to throw. Fires to the middle. This time it's complete. And they make the connection, and he's got it at the 10-yard line, set up with a red zone opportunity. To the air on first down. And to get rid of it quickly. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
And the D chooses to bring pressure. A lot of times, big moments when you get in these fourth quarters regardless, like pull the trigger, be aggressive, bring the pressure to them. They do. Hit the QB as he's throwing it and force the incompletion.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. They'll run the option. Now the toss. Touchdown, Longhorn! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option? The Longhorns with a huge score to answer.
Man, great execution. That is how it's done late in the football game now. All you need is that extra point. Bring the kicker out there. This is what you do. Just like practice, knock it through the uprights, tie this football game, and we might be looking at overtime soon.
Timeout called by the offense. We have 18 seconds left. And they'll try to win it right here with the two-point conversion, and this crowd is electric trying to stop them. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. What a mess. A delay of game on the two-point conversion attempt. That just can't happen. They just need the extra point to deadlock this game. And no problem on that extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the fourth. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And they've got it locked up in the final minute after the touchdown and extra point. He'll bring it out. It's Bear. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return.
Doing weights.
First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. The run inside. It's fair. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets them up to the 24. They get the timeout called. 11 seconds remaining to play. They've got 4 receivers out there, 2 on either side on 2nd and 3. Throwing more. Makes the grab. It's a fumble. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam.
How about that turn of events for the defense? Not only did they force the fumble and jump on it, creating a massive momentum shift, but they're already in field goal range where they stand right now to break this tie.
Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. And it all comes down to this. Make or miss, win or lose. So now on comes the field goal unit. And this will be for the win. He got it!
Bro.
A huge field goal, and they've taken the lead in the waning seconds. What a show both of these teams put on today. Couple of outstanding squads, hotly contested battle all the way to the very end.
Yeah, we came into this one expecting this to be a back-and-forth battle. We knew it was going to go down late into the fourth quarter. At the end of the day, the higher-ranked team, David, they were really able to lean on those playmakers and that leadership they've got in the locker room.
Yeah, and now I think even more so, you're starting to believe in them. They're battle-tested. This team they find a way to get things done. That's why they're ranked where they're at. And I expect this team to stay in contention for the college football playoff because they're proving week in and week out they're a really good squad.
That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports.